I'm Christine, the anxious beginner. And that's Pele, our fearless captain. Together, we've bought a 45-foot sailboat, and we're ready for an adventure. Living the cruising dream, exploring rugged coastline, sunning on sandy beaches, hiking off the beaten path in some of the most beautiful parks. With each destination learning fascinating history and culture along the way. But what about the not so sunny days? What it's like to live on board when it's stormy out. For me, that means I'm basically not doing anything that day. I get a little bit seasick when the sea state gets rolly, and so for me, I'm mainly gonna be maybe laying in bed watching a movie or taking a nap. Just walking around the boat becomes a serious struggle. You basically just stumble around as the waves move the boat. It gets incredibly loud in the boat. The wind starts howling through the rigging and everything creaks and the whole boat leans over and it just feels really intense. For Pele, it's a little bit different, I think. How is it like for you to live aboard during a storm?
Not much different than not during a storm. I don't know what it takes to get me seasick. I haven't been seasick since I was really little. This morning I made some breakfast, washed some dishes. It's my day off, so I'm taking it easy. And it's stormy, so doing any projects wouldn't be fun.
Well, for Pele, it's just another day on the boat, even if it's stormy outside. So there's a storm coming through today, and then another one that kind of a smaller system that just comes in right on the tail of this one tomorrow. And then, so we're hoping to cross the strait on Sunday. We're gonna keep an eye out. If it does look like we can cross tomorrow, we might do that. But if not, then we'll probably cross on Sunday. The concern is that there won't be any wind on Sunday, but then after that, there are more storms coming, and all with the wind that'll be blowing against us in the direction that we're trying to go. So we're basically just trying to find a good window to cross the strait. So you know that feeling when you're on a roller coaster and you start coming down and your stomach floats up in your stomach? Well, when the sea state gets really rolly, it can feel like that. It was actually amusing when I was laying in bed because I wasn't feeling that well. I could actually feel the blankets kind of like lift a little bit when you come down, so there's a little bit of that same kind of momentum sometimes when the sea state gets a little bit intense. Something I didn't know before I bought a boat, so I thought I would just share with you guys what it's like. Imagine that you're in an earthquake that just doesn't stop for several hours. That's what it's like. Something else to think about on a stormy day at anchor is, am I dragging anchor? And are my neighbors dragging anchor? So something that I like to do so that I don't have to always look outside is I actually just set the tracking on my navionics, and then I just can leave it open or just kind of glance at it, especially if it's nighttime and I'm sleeping and then there might be a big gust or something, and I can just look and I see that we're within our swing range and everything is fine, and then just go right back to sleep and don't have to worry about it, or don't have to worry about looking outside. Now sometimes the GPS on that is not right, and I've looked at it and it says we're like really far away from where we're supposed to be, and then I jump up and I look and we're actually fine. So it's not perfect, but it is something to just kind of give you a quick reference, which is nice. But you do want to look outside every now and then and make sure the boats around you aren't dragging anchor. See if other people need help, or just if someone's going to drag anchor into you. And these are just things to think about when you're at anchor on a stormy day. Alright, it is the calm between the storms, so Greco's having a little time out to play. I made a nice hot beverage, and I'm making us some breakfast. When it's really windy, it can be a little bit challenging to cook, just like if you're on a sail with heavy winds. It just gets rolly and everything. So I'm making some breakfast now while it's light, and then the wind should pick up for the next couple of days. Then we should have no more storms for the next couple of days. So one more day of storms. Now that all the storms are done, we are going to be leaving Nanaimo in the morning. So we have one last piece of business we have to do in Nanaimo before we can leave, and that is to
Eat in a Nanaimo bar.
So we are going to, yeah, do it. It's really sweet.
This looks super sweet.
It's good. But it's very sweet. And a bite for you.
If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to join us on the next adventure, hit subscribe.